Welcome back to Wizard Supercoach. Hope everyone had a good round 5. I had a decent one, I would say. I've gone up the nearly 4,000 ranks there, so now 8,357. It felt like one of those weeks where if you could kind of just avoid some of the carnage, you'd get a half decent score and be able to get ahead, I think. I feel like it was an odd round, like very, very mixed, and yeah, for myself, it was kind of mediocre, but I don't know, it feels like an opportunity lost, which we'll see when we look at the team. But yeah, can't complain too much as long as the overall rank is headed in the right direction. And so far since round 1, I've managed to climb every week, so got to be happy with that as long as it's, in the right direction. So have a look at the team. I'm not going to zoom out and stuff, but yeah, Bice is here at the bottom. So this is exactly as I had it set up for the round. So the first thing I'll say is that I got really lucky. So with the rookie roulette, as far as defense and forward line go, I left 1 point on the table here in the forward line. Hall outscored Davidson, but deciding to field Power Pepper again ahead of Hall, second week in a row that's worked out. And then obviously down back, Reed, the 104. I would have been happy with the train at 80, but watching Reed was really good. So just got lucky there, I think. The Reed one, though, there was some logic behind it. A few weeks ago, was it last week? I think O'Sullivan scored really well against Melbourne's forward line. Obviously, Melbourne don't have any good tall forwards, really, or they're all out of form anyway. And Reed scored really good the week before on Port's forward line, which is quite similar. So, although better than Melbourne's, but yeah, similar kind of forward line. So I just thought he'd probably back that up. I'll go through the players one by one, I guess. Starting with the back as always. Now this is where it gets frustrating. So Whitfield, I kind of knew this was coming. Norwood's the smallest, shittiest oval. Actually, it's a pretty nice oval, but the ground itself is small. It's got straight wings. There's no room. So a guy like Whitfield that needs that space, it was never going to go so well. In the end, he actually was pretty lucky to scrape to an 86, I thought. So wasn't the worst score in the world. He's going to be fine. He'll bounce back. Zorko, the 82. That was the same deal. So on Norwood Oval again, it's claimed him. They're not going to play there again, so that's all good. I'm not worried. It just kind of hurts this week. Could have been a big score. She's a 102, so I don't think he played that half-back role. I could be wrong, but 102 is all right. Probably expected a bit higher, but, North got flogged in the end, and, we'll take that. Clark 104, it's kind of a bit of a theme now, I reckon, with him. That 105 kind of score, that's what we're expecting every week, and that's fine. Like, that's what I paid up for. I don't really care about the price because I figure he'll be there until the end or, close to it. So, yeah, that's all good. You got to be happy. I think at the moment, with how erratic the game is and, the carnage everywhere, as long as your players really are getting over the ton every week, you can't be unhappy. But Roberts is a problem. So 79, I think, is that 2 weeks in a row that he's gone low now? I think Bice might be eating into his score. What's he got here? Yeah, that's still in the 70s. He starts so slow and then he ends quite well. I don't know what to do. I think I've just got to prioritise getting rookies off the field first because it's like these 40s and shit that are killing me. Don't want them at all. So yeah, just got to have patience with Roberts and hope that he can put together something half decent in that time until I'm ready to get rid of him. So yeah, Bice is down here in the flex position. But yeah, I think that's part of what's killing Roberts. Plus he's not really taking kick-ins either. I said about Reed before, but yeah, it was a really good performance. His break-even's now minus 60, so that's great. He's going to make heaps of money. Might be a bit harder this week. I know West Coast are a worse team than Melbourne. Well, you would think so, but they got Oscar Allen and Waterman, so yeah, hopefully he doesn't have to lock down too hard. And then Traynor and Pryor on the bench. Pryor started well and fell right off, but yeah, Traynor's become quite a consistent scorer the last few weeks. What's he gotten? So a 90, an 82, and an 80. So he's going to make a ton of cash, I think. Break even of only -7 though. I feel like it should be lower, but yeah, that's fine. I think he'll do well. There's going to be plenty of ball back there. So I'm pretty happy with the back line, apart from Roberts, but yeah, I'm not really looking to change anything. Yeah, there's no defenders that I want to bring in this week, so I'll leave that alone. So Brayshaw, I put the captaincy on, and I was glad I did. I kind of was forced into it in the end. Well, somewhat. So how I had it set up, I had TDK with the vice, obviously, and then I had Boyd on the field. He was going to be a captain loophole if DeConning went well. And yeah, Cameron was the emergency. And then I got scared because the news came out, well, people were talking about it, that Boyd may be a late in. And I realised that if that was to happen, there would be no way I could get Cameron's score without trading in a donut for Boyd. So I thought, no, I'm not going to go with that. And then I was going to, I think in there I considered Dunkley for the VC, for the C as well. But just the way it worked out there, because of Boyd, it kind of forced me to go to Brayshaw. So, yeah, glad I did that in the end. It was probably the most logical pick anyway. But, I mean, there was a case to be made for Dunkley being on that tiny Norwood Oval. That's that contested kind of stuff. That's his bread and butter. But, yeah, it wasn't to be. So, yeah, it worked out well. So, yeah, Brayshaw was just everywhere. And, yeah, that's the kind of score I've been waiting for. I mean, he's gone the 130s and stuff. Has he done that the last few weeks? Yeah, so 131, 135, 155. So, yeah, he's now somewhat out of reach if you don't have him. But, yeah, he'll come back down. He can't keep this up, surely. But yeah, that's really good. So, he's been a great starting pick. Really happy with him. Dunkley, I bought in this week for, I can't even remember who it was. Was it Short, maybe? I think it was one of the defenders. Is there a way to check that? Sorry, no, it was Callahan. Sorry, it's late at night. It's like midnight. I'm wrecked. Yeah, I bought him for Callahan, and he outscored Callahan in the end. So, you know, it was looking a bit scary there for a while. But long term, Dunkley, I think, is going to smash Callahan. So, you know, got to be realistic about it. I don't care if 1 week doesn't go to plan, because there's, close to 20 more weeks to go. Dawson was horrendous, though. I don't know what's up with his kicking, but the guy can't hit a target. I think it might be somewhat to do with Crouch. Crouch is carrying an injury at the moment, supposedly some hip or something. He's not at his best, so he's not getting those handballs out to Dawson. And I know Crouch still had close to 30 touches, but the quality of them is not what they normally are. So, yeah, Dawson needs that space to hit the target, and he's not doing it. Also, the 3 running shots at goal, he's kind of blazing away there. Needs to lower the eyes because he had short options and stuff. There was one in particular that pissed me off, because there was a player by himself like 10 metres out from goal, and Dawson's gone for the heroic goal. But, you know, what can you do? It was a dirty night for the Crom, or at least in the second half anyway. The 5-day turnaround really seemed to cook them. You could see that they ran out of legs after half time. But, you know, if you want to be a top team, I guess you just got to get the job done, and they couldn't. That's enough about the Crom, though. Chera 117, really good. So, you know, he doesn't seem to have a massive ceiling or anything, but that's fine. Like, you know, 106 average. I kind of just, I'm kind of stoked that he hasn't been injured yet, you know. I was thinking, like, might get him for 6 games or something like that, but, you know, and that was probably, you know, the pessimist in me thinking that. I didn't actually think that we'd only get him for 6 games, otherwise I wouldn't have picked him. But yeah, I'm somewhat surprised though that he's still fit and healthy and scoring well. So yeah, he's pretty much tonned every game. If you count the 98 and 99, it's close enough. I think he's just going to continue to do this same kind of thing until he gets injured. He's getting good midfield time and all of that. Oliver, he's disappointing. He's a bit up and down. He's definitely, I think he's washed. Like, he's never going to be what he was. He looks really bloody slow, and kind of like when the ball's gone from the contest, even the slightest bit, he just walks. So I don't think I'm going to hold him for the whole year. I think the sooner I can get rid of him, the better. But as I said with Roberts, it's kind of just getting rookies off the field at the moment is the priority. So Oliver will hold for a bit more. So what was he? He was 450 to start with. So he's still doing 97. That's all right. If he can keep averaging that 95 or above, then that's fine until he's ready to go. Ashcroft 90, really good, and now he's a forward as well, so that's pretty handy. Although the midfield rookies are the most shaky, I think, so I wouldn't really be looking to move him out of there. In any other season, you'd be stoked to get like a midfield rookie turned forward to put him in the forward line, but yeah, the other midfield rookies just, they're not performing like normal years. So yeah, it's a bit of a worry actually. Probably have to upgrade the midfield before anywhere else, which is a bit backwards, but yeah, just got to roll with it. Lindsay 48, so he had pretty low game time. I think he was being managed a bit with his first game back. He should be fine. He's playing half back. He's got a decent enough role, and I can't see Melbourne dropping him. They obviously rate him pretty highly, and I doubt there's much to come in for them. They're missing Lever, and I think May might have got injured as well, which is going to hurt if he misses games. I think he played out the game, but yeah, I can't see anyone really taking Lindsay's spot. Surely Goodwin's just looking to the future now because that group is cooked. Moraes was disappointing as well, 42. I wanted at least a 50 so that I wouldn't feel so bad about leaving Nevitt, but it's lost me only 8 points, so kind of who cares. But yeah, every point counts when it's so close together in ranks right now. I shouldn't have got greedy. I should have just taken Nevitt's 50, but whatever. Normally, I think it's about 60 minimum I'll take. But yeah, Moraes is fine. Like, he'll keep making money. What's his break even? Oh shit, it's 36 now. I didn't realise that. He's definitely not the must-have that we were led to believe. And that's not aimed at anyone. That's just like everyone was saying it at the time because he was coming off that 97 or whatever he scored. But yeah, it's turned out to not be true, which is it's a really good lesson there. Like, you shouldn't move heaven and earth really to get these players. Because it's not always going to work out. It's the same as O'Sullivan. Like, it's blown up basically in 1 week. Moraes' case, it's been 2. So that 97 obviously is about to roll out of his rolling 3-week average there, and that's why we've got this high break even. But yeah, he just needs 1 game to reset that. And to be honest, he played all right. He was around the ball and stuff. A few things didn't go his way. I could easily see him getting a 70 or something maybe this week. So yeah, I'll just hold him. Yeah, Nevitt was all right. Not much to say about him. Henderson was quite bad. I didn't even notice him out there, and then he got subbed. So yeah, 13. His cash gen's done. Break even to 55. He hasn't really made much money though. Like, what's he made? 67k or something. Yeah. So I wouldn't feel too good about getting rid of him, but he may have to go, which I'll discuss possible trades later. Campriali is probably a dead rookie at the moment. He's not even getting the ball in the VFL. So yeah, I got it on pretty good authority as well that his brother is a better player. So I think he's been injured, but he's probably going to be ahead in the pecking order. So yeah, he's most likely dead, I would say, especially when you got Voss fighting for his career at the moment. Yeah, he wouldn't be playing the kids. DeConning 118. It looked good. Last quarter, he looked pretty gassed. I don't know if that was just because of the heat and stuff, but yeah, I think it looks like Pito's going to come in this week. And I'm just going to hold. I think I'm definitely going to hold. If he plays forward, North's defence isn't that great. They haven't got the greatest tall defenders. I could see DeConning doing like, I don't know, an 80 or a 90 up forward. And I'd be happy with that. That's fine for a week. And then hopefully Mackay's back and Pito goes out. And then we're back to another month or so of DeConning scoring well. I don't know. It's just going to be one of those where I think we got to ride the roller coaster and play it by ear. Yeah, the Ruck is an interesting line this year. So after round one, it seemed like if you missed Cherry, you're in trouble. But obviously there was that hamstring injury he got against the Crom, and he's kind of been flat ever since. So yeah, if you faded him, it's kind of worked out, probably by accident. I don't think anyone was fading him thinking that he was going to get injured this early. But now Gawn obviously picked up as well. So I don't know. I'm quite happy with the Ruck line as it is. So Cameron got a 119. And he scored it on Grundy too. And Grundy's like, I'd say he's, from memory, he's top 3 most restrictive ruckman. So that's pretty good. And then he's got the Big O this week. He dropped 144 on him last time he played. And I don't think Big O is necessarily one of the most restrictive ruckmen anymore either. If you go look at what he's been having scored against him by the top rucks, even English, I think, got a pretty good score this week. So yeah, pretty happy with the ruck line, how it's going here. When you consider that, Cherry, what's he averaging? And I'm not saying like I'm not laughing at anyone if they got Cherry or anything like that, because like, they're all pretty much the same at the moment. So what's his average? 104.8. Wow, it's a big break even. So this was the plan. Like originally I chose Cameron, and it was either going to be him or DeConning was going to become Cherry. Yeah, when Cherry bottoms out, which could be soon, maybe I'll have to make that call. Depends on the Pito thing. We'll see. Yeah, Boyd didn't play in the end. That was scary, but McRae got tagged. I think that's going to happen a few times this year. Who tagged him? I think it was Bedford, which is strange because Bedford's so small. You think McRae would just be able to swat him away, but no. Smith 126. I'm glad I bought him in. He's doing really well. Just back on McRae for a second. I wouldn't worry about that tag. Like, he's going to be fine, and it doesn't matter what he scores because everyone has him. Every decent team has him. So he's in 75% of teams, and I'd say that 20% that don't have him, they're just like dead teams or bots or something like that. So yeah, who cares what McRae scores each week? If you think he's going to cop a tag, you could even loophole him and try and get one up on everyone, but yeah, nothing to worry about there. But yeah, Smith was really good against the Crom again. He's really exceeding expectations. I think I said that last week, but fading him, I think, was a miss. It's cost me a trade. At the same time, if I hadn't have faded him, I wouldn't have Thilthorpe. And Smith did lose a week. He missed a week there, so yeah. Thilthorpe had the quiet one. Kudos to the Geelong defence. They're all over him. They knew what the Crom were going to do. They were going to hoist it in high to him, and yeah, they were waiting every time. So I think he'll be fine though. Probably going to struggle again this week. Maybe I'll even loophole him if I can. Probably can't though. Yeah, I reckon Sam Taylor goes to him, and that's going to be a hard matchup. But we'll see. It is at Adelaide Oval though, so it kind of helps. Daniel, again, he's like McRae. Everyone has him, so it doesn't matter at all what he scores. 116, that's great. It's probably the Him or McRae would have to be like pick of the season, considering what they cost. Daniel was cheap as chips. Davison 61, bit frustrating. He's not bad though, but his break even 60 now. So I've seen people already talking about getting rid of him. I think I'm going to hold him because we've seen that he's got that ceiling, and if he has one of those games, just one more, it's going to. I think it's going to make a lot more cash, like probably another month's worth of cash or something like that. So he can put out some more. I think probably make 250k in the end. I'm happy to hold him. I think unless getting rid of him this week could get me like a day cost or something, but I don't think I can. I've only got like the 14k, and I'm happy to sit for a week because I've got 30 trades. I've got 3 boosts left. Why is that activated? So yeah, I'm trying to be patient because a lot of people are going crazy on the trades, and yeah, it's a long season. I found that out the hard way last year. I think Power Pepper was my favourite player of the round, and being a Crom supporter, normally I can't stand the guy. And yeah, even with Brayshaw as the captain, getting me 310 points. Power Pepper's 101 was completely out of left field. The only reason I even fielded him was it was completely gut feel. I don't know why. But yeah, I thought Hawthorn would be a bit of a fiery game, which it was, and he likes that stuff. Basically, the more angry he is, the better he plays. But that was it. That was all there was to it, and it easily could have gone pretty bad. The other two, though, they didn't do anything really to make me worried. Hall 62, he was alright. He's definitely one that he's always around the ball, but he doesn't always seem to get it. Like, it's frustrating. You'll see him on the TV. He's just out of picture, and then he appears like a second too late. And Stone, yeah, he's just dead. I think dead rookie. What's his break even? 35. Yeah, he's making cash at snail pace now, so he's probably going to go, I reckon, this week. Yeah, and then there's Bice was the flex, obviously, so 89, stoked with that. Bought him in this week, wasn't too late. Yeah, I thought he'd basically make like close to 100k this week, and he did. So, yep, I can keep him in the flex, I think. So, yeah, in terms of trades, I think the two that I want to get are Cleary up forward and then Gross in the middle. Is it Gross or Gross? I think it's Gross. So I think Stone's going to make way for Cleary. And then in the middle, this one's harder. I think Henderson. If I go Campo, I won't get any money out of it. And I can always use him as a loop. Like, obviously not this week because he's got an earlier game, but what, round 7? So they got the Sunday game round 7, so that would be good. Can use him then. Round 8 maybe. So I think there's merit in keeping him as a loophole. Like, it's just kind of a waste of a trade. I know that Gross is going to make probably plenty of money, or you'd hope. But look, who's to say that Gross doesn't turn out to be another Moraes? He could be. That's the problem with these things. But overall, like, oh, sorry, my voice is starting to go. I'm tired, and yeah, I don't know. It's just starting to go, but I'll wrap up in a sec. Overall, though, I'm pretty happy with the team. Like, I feel like I've got all the rookies that I need. There's no standout rookies that I can think of that, like, I would absolutely need to get that I feel like I've missed at the moment. Everyone else seems to be doing well on the field in terms of, like, non-rookies and stuff. Except for Roberts, he's the worry, but yeah, got a good feeling going forward. So, as I said before, I've been climbing ranks every week, so yeah, hopefully you can do it again this week. You'd expect that guys like Whitfield and Zorko and that, they're going to bounce back. I can see Zorko going big on Collingwood. Whitfield against the Crom, he should do well. It could be big. Sheasel should really light it up against Carlton, I think. So yeah, it could be a complete turnaround here with some of the quieter primos this week. But yeah, overall happy. Normally I'm not so positive this time of year, but I am, and yeah, hopefully it stays that way. So yeah, I think the key thing here is to try and have patience. We've seen now so many times how much things can change in a week, and like there's not really too many must-haves or anything like that. So again, yeah, just stick it out and back your gut. Let me know in the comments how you guys went this week. Really interested to know, and yeah, let me know your plans. Yeah, your trade plans for this week if you've worked them out already. Most people have. Most people work them out by bloody Saturday, but yeah, make sure to do that, and then like, subscribe, all that stuff. And yeah, I'm wrecked. Sorry. I'll see you in the next video.